the spreadsheet.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks, Zoe. Okay, so we'll get on to these different organisations and go through them one at a time. We'll do, is everybody happy that we do our normal, everyone puts in an amount and then we'll average it out, and I think Zoe's in charge of that. Are you, Zoe, of doing the maths? Thank you. Righto, so first up, oh, actually, shall we sort those questions from Jill first, and then we'll get on to these. So Jill, you asked about people giving money back if there's a letter sent out when someone hasn't provided their accountability or spent their money.
Yep.
Joe, you probably are best to answer that.
No, currently there is no letter that goes out when we don't receive the accountability forms back. I think one of the things we do need to look at, like depending on if people are going to be doing discretionary grants next round, probably a bit of a review of the whole process, which will include things like that and include kind of conditions as well that you are attaching to any grants. And so I think that will be planned for kind of early in the next financial year, should discretionary grants be something that you wish to proceed with.
Okay, thanks, Joe. And I do know it was something that had come up at one point, but because we'd gone out of, like the opportunity to comment about the criteria for the discretionary fund, we'd already had it. We needed to wait till it came around again, and it hasn't come around again. So, but like Joe's saying, we're going to have a change anyway. So make sure you remember it when we have that conversation, though, because it is a good point. Right, so is there any other general things? We've agreed that we're going to use all our money and only leave $800 for just in case we have any miscellaneouses. Oh, there's 800 still left over from, okay. 8.4. Okay, so we're going to use all of it because there is approximately $800 coming back from the cleaning project that we didn't, clean-up project we didn't use. Okay. All right, first up, Alpha Restoration Trust. John's not participating in this. However, I would like to ask you a question, please, seeing as you've been involved with it. I love this project. This is just my personal opinion. And would like to be able to give them more money. If we didn't give them funding now, would that set what they're doing currently back too much? If it was something that we looked at and thought, well, if we're going to get $20,000, could we make a slightly more significant contribution to them later, so we could support them better, seeing as it's such a good project? But my question to you is, if we didn't give them money now, would it set them, is it really important they get money now to keep things going? I sort of want to get a bit of a gauge on.
I haven't been down for a while, so I haven't been able to talk to Bill, but looking at what they wanted it for, is roof repairs.
Yeah.
And they substantially need to be done so that what work we have done doesn't deteriorate anymore.
Okay.
Things like that.
Yeah. Okay.
I know that Bill has got some plywood that we're going to use for some floor maintenance and things like that. But from what they've applied for the money for is roof repairs.
Yeah.
So I think we need to help them out somewhere along the line, and we may have to do it next time as well. But it's a pity Bill wasn't here to.
Yeah, I was hoping he had been when I saw it was there.
Really given an update because I'm a bit out of it.
Okay, thank you. Bill. All right, so you're out of the loop. So Bruce, how much are you giving them?
I'll put 1,000.
Yep.
1,000.
Yep. Kane?
Yeah, I'll put 1,000. Yeah, 1,000 from me.
Yep. 1,000 from Kane. Jill?
1,000.
Was 1,000. And I'm going for 2. I would like to have given them way more than that because
Oh, yeah.
you know, like, there's nothing out at Kiki. But I did wonder whether we parked it and went, okay, out of our money, but we've also got to look at the Christmas parade and the continuation of supporting that going forward.
Oh, he's going out of the bank of James Town Hall, but we give him money.
Mm.
D&Ds.
Okay, so what's,
Yes,
uh,
Average?
I think I'll pass.
sorry, 1,500, eh? 7, sorry.
1,200.
Oh, 200, sorry. 700. Okay, so we're okay with that for now, because we can go back and do a bit of a jig.
Yeah.
Let's start there. House of Science, John,
Anything this time round?
Bruce, Sally,
None from me.
Kane,
I was going to give them 1,000.
Jill,
0.
and I'm a 0 too, because we've done it a few times and I just felt that there were others that I wanted to give money to. So I'm very sorry to House of Science. I think they do a wonderful, wonderful job.
Bring it down to 1,000. I was 0 then.
0, okay. So that's an easy one to average. We're just going to leave them this time. Core so that was for, oh, sorry, I should be saying what these are for. Core we're wanting funding to help with driver's licenses for youth. Their total application is for, hold on, get the right page.
1,441.
Thank you, 1441. Right, Jill,
0.
Kane,
I had 500.
Sally,
0.
Bruce,
I had 0 too.
John.
0.
And unfortunately, I was too, because I think we've supported them in the past. And I felt that, again, we just haven't got enough money to spread around. So Kane, do you want to stay on 0 or do you want to, sorry.
500. I don't know. I just think like getting licenses for these
I
young
know.
kids is really important.
I know, I
But,
did
for
mine
me,
hard. But we can't do everything, unfortunately.
what's it going to be? $100, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, make it 0. Yeah.
Misty Flicks Film Festival Trust. So they were wanting to purchase a network attached storage box for films and images, 1,732. Just as a little bit of background, I did a little bit of poking around and they received $5,000 from the Waipa District Council last year for, not from us, from the promotion fund. Plus they also got a further $2,000 from the arts funding. Again, this was 2023. They used the Regent to put on their festival, but I couldn't find anyone that knew very much about them, I'm afraid. So I don't know if anyone else had a bit more luck with that. I think the fact that they're looking at buying a storage box is a really good thing. I'm not sure outside of that. So I needed somewhere to draw a line. So I'm a 0 on this one.
I'm a
Kane,
0.
I was 0.
Bruce, John, Jill.
0.
Okay, well, we're all on the same page then. The Pirongia Forest Park Lodge, so they're wanting to put in, where are they? Camp shelter, adding solar panels and lighting, and we're asking for $3,000. So, Jill,
0.
John,
Okay, 0.
Bruce,
I put 500 for them.
Sally,
0.
Kane,
Yeah, I wanted a contribution. So I'm gonna go 1,000.
okay, and I was 0 based on the basis that we've given them supported everything else they've done, and I went, got to cut a line somewhere, so sorry to them too, but love you. So at the moment, we've got 1,250.
Should be 300.
Who did 500?
Sorry, Jim, that's
Oh, yeah, Bruce, that's right, yeah.
That's right.
Yep. Righto, next up, we've got the Te Awamutu Football Club upgrade to the toilet facilities at, oh, there was the Selwyn Park, that should say Sherwin Park. And they were asking for $1,000. So, John?
$1,000.
Yep. Bruce?
That was 1,000 too.
Sally? Yep. Kane?
1,000, yep.
Jill?
1,000.
And me too. I think that's,
Simple.
all right, don't need to work that one out, Zoe. Te Awamutu Brass Band.
You've omitted the parish of St John, which is.
Yeah,
1,
why has
2,
it got a
3,
line through it?
4, 5.
No, mine's got a line through it, that's why I missed it.
Yes, that one's got a line through it.
Should we do it last? Because
Yeah,
it's a
because that's
funny
the
one.
one that's actually, it's a, they're reapplying for their funding, so we're not
Oh, yeah,
talking
that's
about
that
money
one.
that's coming out of your 8,400, so this, so it's crossed out just to kind of leave you with those to consider for the 8,400.
Yeah. Thank you. Te Awamutu Brass Band. So they were wanting financial assistance for operational costs and they were asking for 1,500. So Jill,
500.
John, Bruce,
500.
Sally? Well, we gave them money for the curtains and I've said no, it's operational cost and it's low priority, so.
yep, okay.
Yeah, I
Kane?
agree with Sally. We've given money before and it's operational costs, so no.
Yep, and I was on that page too, as much as I hate saying no, because they do an amazing job and I really would have loved to have been able to support them, but that's where I'm sitting too. So what have we got, Zoe?
Yeah.
316. Should we just make it 320?
Yeah.
I'll go up a little bit, 320. Eh? Don't be too mean. Te Awamutu Chamber of Commerce, for the wooden Christmas tree project, they were asking for $2,000. Kane,
I said 1,000.
Sally?
It's 2,000 on that, it just brings so much community, there's a community involvement with, on so many levels, so, and getting people into the CBD, I think is really important for our retailers, so it's 2,000.
Yep. Bruce?
1,000.
John?
I'll go 1,000.
Jill?
I'll just quickly say 0. And my reason for that, like Sally said, it's all the community involved, which is absolutely wonderful, but it can be done for nothing as well. So 0.
Okay, so I'm going to just up the balance, so I'm going to go with 2 as well, because I think it's a great thing. Yeah.
There are costs.
Yeah, and there are costs. Yeah, they've got to buy the wood, they've got to, there are costs. Someone's got to drive all that stuff around. So I don't believe it can be done for nothing. At this point in time, anyway. Oh,
Sorry.
what do we get?
1,200?
1,000.
What did we go? What did you say? 1?
1,166.60.
Okay,
Round it up.
up
1,200.
or down?
Well, it's closer to 1,200 than it is to 1,000.
It is. Okay, 1,200 it is. Let's park there. Te Awamutu Community Cadet ration packs for weekend camps. I could do with one of those ration packs about now. $1,405. Righto, Jill.
0.
Okay, John.
900.
9. Bruce.
700.
Sally.
I said the lot, and they get a really good discount from Invercargill, from whatever the.
Oh, yep.
Because I.
Dehydrated.
To find out, because I thought, there's no discount on this thing, surely these guys get a discount. And sure enough, they get a good discount.
Oh, yeah, cool. Okay, so you're the lot. 4,
405.
yeah. Kane,
700.
And I thought, oh, I hummed and hard about this. 750. So 750? Right on the money. Te Awamutu Community Health Transport Trust, replace the phone used for taking bookings and liaising with volunteers, 346 and 96 cents. Kane,
Yeah, I said yes, but it's a contribution, so I think you could probably get a phone for 200. 200, I think.
I reckon someone's got a second-hand one. Anyone in the council got a reuse, repurpose, recycle?
well, I've
No.
got one, but I didn't get the password to get into it last time. Bruce?
None.
I'm out.
Oh, that's your one, you can't, sorry.
346, I've given them what they're asking for.
Jill?
200.
So Sally, how much are you doing?
Well, I quite like, okay, I'll contribute 200
And I will too.
for a cheap.
It's the
Why don't all the, can I just ask, why don't all the drivers have their own phones and they just use their own?
They don't. This is, this goes through to the coordinator. If you want a ride, you ring the person up, the coordinator, and she
Oh,
will make
okay.
sure that the wagon will pick you up at a certain time and let you know when it will pick you up from your hospital
Oh, yeah,
appointment, all
or
right?
whatever. Thanks, John.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
the drivers have nothing to do with it other than that and they just get in the van, drive the van.
Right,
Someone
okay.
else organises it.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah, that makes sense.
What does that come to then?
What's that one come to, Zoe?
Sorry, that was 229.39.
229, 230.
What's nearly?
Te Awamutu Croquet Club, so they would like some help with mowing their croquet lawns. I need to send Floyd there, but he doesn't mow my lawn, so they
I
won't.
reckon the co-wai, our boys should go and mow the lawns and get the money to
Yeah,
pay for their
I think there's a bit
licenses.
of, skill involved in making sure that they're
Oh, yeah.
croquet lawns. I don't think it's quite that easy. So let's start with Jill. What do you think, Jill?
500.
5, okay, 500 from Jill. John,
Go 500.
Yeah, 500.
Sally,
I'll stick with, yeah, I'll go with 500. I'll support that.
Yeah, 500.
and I'll do the same, make it easy. We're rocking it now. Right, Te Awamutu Light Operatic Society. Is that meant to be Telso or Telos? Telos, I think, to replace microphones. So they were asking for $5,000. So, Kane,
Can we get it, can we work out how much money we've got left?
um,
Money is left is 2,989.61.
How much?
29. No. Could we give them 1,000 towards it?
I'll go for 2 grand.
I think this is one of those ones that it'd be really nice to have been able to help these guys. But I just don't think we can. To that degree.
So, yeah, I was going to go contribution. I think we need to support the arts as well. So I was going to go grand.
I'm on 1,000. Sally,
2 grand.
2.
One.
1 for Bruce. John. Jill.
500.
Oh.
Have you seen that bill?
That offsets our.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have we got, Zoe? 1,083.
Do you want to round that up? Do something
Yeah.
with it?
1,100.
1,200's better.
All right, well, let's go 1,200 for them, and we'll have to jig.
You may run out of money.
We're going to run out of money.
No,
Because there's a couple of big babies coming
Yes,
up.
yeah.
Not that we're giving them anywhere near. Te Awamutu Rose Show. I did have a look and I see that their Rose Show costs them about 5,600 or 5,800 or something. So, and they did give us back $800. So, what do we got for the Rose Show? Kane?
I was gonna go $2,000.
Ooh. We're short of money. We can't get
Yeah, like
to,
that.
we can't go $2,000 at the minute, but anyway, yes,
Hey,
right, $2,000.
Actually,
sell.
Chair,
No,
Chair,
we can.
Chair, is it worth just checking in with Zoe we we're up to now? Or
You're up to 1,700.
1,700, right?
Yeah, but average it might bring it back anyway. Sally?
we supported them last time and it's a no from me.
Okay, Bruce?
1,000 for me.
John,
From me.
pardon, 1,000 from John? Jill?
1,000.
And I was 1,000 too.
So you got 700 there.
All right. Te Awamutu Rugby Sports and Rec, they are wanting 3,400 to replace damaged worn cricket net padding. I'm a no on this because we've helped them out lots and lots, so
Reserve fund as well.
we've just can't, I couldn't stretch.
You know, I'm.
They do a
zero for
great
this
job,
one.
love to.
I'm 0 for this one as well, sorry.
Me too.
Bruce,
I'm 0.
John,
Happy.
I'll go 0.
Jill?
0.
Okay, so that helps us out. And the Waikato Role Playing Guild wanted the princely sum of $250. And I would just like to add here before we say our amounts that I recently watched something online, which was a neuropsychologist talking about the importance of connection for people. And for that reason, this sat really well for me. This is all about people actually connecting and doing something together. So I just wanted to put that. So for me, it's 250 all the way for me. So
Yeah, it's
Kane?
250 from me, same sort of sentiment. I think there's all sorts in the community and we need to be seen as supporting all the community. That's my view.
And it's in Kiki, so 250 from me.
Yep, Bruce?
Since Sally's going off, I had 250.
John? He's a 250. Jill?
250.
Pardon?
250.
Oh, gee, quick, write it down before she changes her mind. Okay, what do we got, Zoe?
The total that you're up to is 7,100 and there's $539 left.
7,900. And
Can I suggest we put that money to the road show?
I can't hear anybody. Yeah.
Can I propose we put the extra money to the road show?
what do we think?
Yep.
Yep, you're for that, John? To the Rose Show, to help the Rose Society.
Yep, I'm for that.
So just another 600 bucks. I don't need to.
Don't want to split it between the Rose Show and the Light Operatic Society,
Right, okay.
because we get, you know, like the Rose Show got stuff last time, but I'm not sure that Telos have.
And it's
a forever, you know, like it's-
47,000 that they're.
The road
It's-
show is run by. older
I know it
ladies
is.
who
Well, they've
use
got quite a big, actually, they've got a big committee now, 30 odd people, and they're not just little old ladies. They've got a really good bunch of people that are running it. I'm not saying none of them are. I'm just saying it's not all. I'm just throwing a spanner in the works. I'm just conscious that what Telos are asking for is a capital expense that will have years and years of use. This is a one-off, and we did give the Rose Society a big chunk of money last year. Whereas, when did we last give Telos some money? I think we did. They got the whole lot, didn't they? Where's that other sheet that's got all of the things on it? Yeah, well, because I mean, I want to support them so they can hopefully have their event, but
Yeah, particularly as we are the Rose capital.
Where the rose camp was.
Yeah, so the,
I'm with you, Ange. Let's give $700 to Callis and make it up
Five-
to
500.
Make it up to 1,700.
yeah.
Is that all right?
Sorry, Kane, I did want to support them. But I want to do both, but, okay, so, Roses, hands up. So Kane and Jill are still on Roses, and Talos, hands up. Okay, Talos wins. Is that legal?
Well, you still have to pass the recommendation.
I know, right? Just checking. I would have loved to have given them some more. I'll try and think of some other way to help them.
So we've already decided, tell us to get 1,800.
No, I'm not using it from community
Was it
board money.
1700 for Talos?
Yep, so now it's 17 something, isn't it? 1730?
1739.
Oh, should we just make it 1700 and leave the weirdo $39 in with our account?
Yeah.
Is that all right? Just leave the $39 there. Thanks, Zoe. Okay. I will read back through this. Oh, I need John back though, don't I?
But we've got 8439 there.
So the first one should be
How much
1,200?
is that total?
12?
8,100.
Oh, why did they get too much more than that?
So we should have 12, 250, 1,000, 320, 1,200, 750, 230, 500, 1,700, 1,000, 250. 8,400.
Yeah. Double check, well done. Then we have to deal with the parish.
Oh, the parish, yes. Shall we,
What do you want me to do?
no, let's do the parish. I'll just wait for John to come back. Actually, let's just keep going and John can catch up. So there's been a little bit of confusion with the parish of St John. So they've applied for $2,000 to go towards painting their building. However, we have previously given them $2,000 that they haven't yet spent on their building. So basically, what we can do is we either approve or we don't approve that they can use their $2,000 to still paint their building. So it kind of just sorts itself out if we say, yes, they can keep their money to paint their building. Does that sound all right, Bruce?
I think they need a time frame.
Oh, they were meant to.
And if it's not done, well, we'll have it back, thanks. 'cause we've
Yeah.
seen it.
Yep. That we just clarify
And we
that.
We want whatever they're doing done so that it smartens everything up and looks good for the community.
Mm. I'm not quite sure
We
why,
need to be accountable.
I'll just make
I'm
sure.
not quite sure why it didn't happen. Did we have a reason? Sorry,
There
just
was-
Jill.
there was,
Joe, I mean, not Jill. Oh, no.
Not 100% sure of the detail, but what had happened, they went to repaint something, but I think there was something else that happened with the building that would needed fixing of a more immediate nature.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they needed to get that sorted before they could do the
Painting.
painting. So, yeah, it was just how things worked out with the building structure.
Oh, yeah. So it just got delayed.
Do you want to say provided the funding is used within 12
Yeah,
months?
definitely, yeah.
So,
Yeah. Because that's what they were meant to have done.
Well, that's the rule anyway.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
but
yeah.
we'll just,
Reinforce.
Just
the
if we
actual-
can,
the
please
current rule.
reinforce it with them that, like, we're not going to do this again. We will in this instance because, we can see that it was unforeseen circumstances and, which reminds me, that money that we've got sitting there for the, not the PO, for the Waharoa, we're still stuck on that, aren't we? It's still sitting in limbo.
So we did have some additional recommendations just to deal with the parish. So a new C that says we note that the parish of St John Te Awamutu's discretionary grant application is to be treated as a re-application for the $2,000 plus GST that was granted to them on 12th of April 2022 to repaint the parish hall exterior. And a new D approves the application from the parish of St John to use the $2,000 plus GST that was granted to them on 12th of April 2022 to repaint the parish hall exterior, provided the funding is used within 12 months.
Yep. We happy with that? Okay. All right, so let's move all of these lovely items. Do I have to read it all out?
No, because we've.
Cool. I can just say that we received the report of Joe Greed, Manager of Governance, titled Discretionary Fund Allocations, and that we allocate grants from the Community Discretionary Fund as stated in our schedule.
I'll read them out if you've started.
I'll read them all out. I don't think I normally read all of them individually.
Just see what you've started. Just read the ones that you've
Okay.
paid to Alpha.
So the Alpha Restoration Trust for 1,200, Pirongia Forest Park Lodge for 250, Te Awamutu Association Football Club 1,000, Te Awamutu Brass Band 320, Te Awamutu Chamber of Commerce 1,200, Te Awamutu Community Cadet Unit 750, Te Awamutu Community Health Transport Trust 230, Te Awamutu Croquet Incorporated 500, Te Awamutu Light Operatic Society 1,700, Te Awamutu Rose Society Incorporated 1,000, Waikato Role Playing Guild 250, which brings us to a total of 8,400.
And C and D, as I said before.
And C and D is as Joe stated. So can I have someone to move that? Please, Sean, Sally second. All in favour?
Aye.
Against? Carried. All righto, now I go here. Item 10, must be where we're up to, on page 500. Board members' reports from meetings attended on behalf of the Te Awamutu Community Board. Have I got anything, anyone been up to anything? Jill's waving frantically. Go, Jill. Thanks, Zoe.
Just a little, update is with my youth program, the youth group that I'm running, and got some help this year, which is great. So on the 12th of May, Monday, the 13th of May at 10 o'clock in the morning, the youth program are going to we're putting Te Awamutu on the map for New Zealand. So it'll be on TV and in the newspapers. So it's something that's never been done in New Zealand before. So quite exciting. Yeah.
So what are you doing?
So we're making the longest American hot dog in New Zealand.
Oh, cool.
So the community have just been right behind me and supported me, and it's costing people nothing but time. And organisations have just been absolutely fantastic in helping with it. Yeah.
So you've got a lot of Frankfurters then?
600, yeah.
Oof.
Where's this happening? I might need a fee.
Yes, yeah. So no, so it's all coming together really well. It's actually being done in an area which will feed all the people that are there, so it'll work out really great. Yeah.
Yum, I like them. I'll make sure I'm there.
I'll give you an invitation. Yeah.
We all one in our green vests.
I'll give you an all invitation. Yeah.
Yay.
But just quite excited. The youth are excited, and I'm quite excited too. Yeah.
Oh, no, well done. Congratulations. That's really exciting. Right. Anyone else got any updates?
I crashed a party. I went to the library for the EAP on the 16th, and I want to say thanks to Kane for his letter regarding the drones to the Waipaha network that he's going to send off very shortly, and that's about me.
Cool. Kane?
To go to the
Federated Farmers.
Federated
at the
Farmers,
RSA?
yeah.
Yep. That's your one. So I just had a couple of things I wanted to mention. I also attended the Federated Farmers AGM at the RSA, where the council laws and staff presented the enhanced annual plan. And that was really interesting. I was talking, just having a bit of a chat with the farmers around the impacts of rates on them. It certainly was quite interesting from their perspective, and just what's going on in their world. Just wanted to raise and remind everyone that we are going to be meeting with elected members on the 30th of May at 3:00 after their council meeting, just as part of our relationship building exercise, as part of our strategic plan. So hopefully plenty of the councillors will be able to stay and meet with us. And I also had some feedback regarding the Walton Street road changes, upgrade, in regard to speaking with the Chamber of Commerce, and feedback from the retailers was that they were disappointed that they hadn't been consulted at all in that process to ask if there was any impact on them if with the proposed changes, and they just felt that it would be a great opportunity for the people in charge of that project to have just got some feedback from the retailers as people that use that area on a daily basis. And I thought that was valuable feedback, and it's a relatively easy win there to, provide that engagement without it costing a lot. To have possibly just had a meeting with the retailers to say, hey, come along, we're proposing this, let us know what you think. So I said that I would bring that to the meeting, and I just did want to put in a small apology that it wasn't something that we'd possibly thought of when we were shown the report from Brian to ask, had he consulted or with the retailers. But it's something that I will try to be mindful of, and if I tell all of you, hopefully between us we'll remember to ask those questions so that we can involve our community in a timely process. The other bits that I mentioned that I've emailed Jeremy. Went and saw Jeremy from Pack and Save, of course, which we've already covered. Is there anything else that I've got? Obviously, we've got the submissions that are going in by Friday, and we will be going to SPMP on the 7th, Joe, if I got the date right, to present our memo for our 6-monthly report to that committee on how we're faring as a community board, as part of our Community Board 2.0 review. So I think that's everything for now. John?
Just to let you know, I've, with conjunction with Brad and his staff, I have a seat in Fawley Place Park next to CHT. The gentleman, I think it's Richard from Urban Miners, that said to me that he likes to take his wife up there. There's a space next to it for a wheelchair. We organised that and things. And the other thing I had was one of the neighbours down the road asked me to sort of mention about speed around the playground in Swarbrick Drive. I haven't had time to write to Brian, but in due course I'll send Brian an email and ask if we can have the speed bumps on Rewe Street, when they finish with them, put them down next to the park down by in Swarbrick Drive, because there's a lot of kids and utilise that all the time, and people are coming off Golf Road sort of pushing the button a bit. So that's all from me.
Okay.
I don't want to put Bruce on the spot here, but are we going to get a councillor? Were we going to get councillor updates or something?
I've still got it.
You've still got to work through that? Sorry about that.
Okay. Yep, so right. Is there anything though, Bruce, that you've
No,
got?
I
that's-
just, I don't mind doing that, but it'd be a verbal, and I don't think we need anything written in the papers that's going to bore people to death, but, and a lot of it you do know yourself, but yeah, a brief report of what Lou and I have been up to in the month, that's very simple. I don't think Joe have any problems, I wouldn't think, with what we're going to say. Nothing too secret squirrel, otherwise we would.
Mm. I just have one other, I've been speaking with Councillor St Pierre, just in regard to the cycleway out at Kihikihi. And we're going to be meeting with Dawn and Brian later next month, just to have a little look at what's going on out there and provide a little bit more of community feedback. I've been following Facebook quite closely, and there seems to be a few disgruntled people out there. So yeah, Claire was keen to have a chat about that and just go and have a look and just try and get a few things answered.
Can you let us know the date so that could we join you if we're available?
I
That would
can't
be
see why not.
cool.
I'll check, but
Yeah,
The more the merrier, I'll just not happy to go to.
yeah.
penciling in the 16th of May, just sort of as a question mark, it's not confirmed, but I'll check
The
in
other
on
thing
that.
I've done is liaised with the Don't Burn Waipa, and their update is they've written to the Environment Minister to support the call-in. And they have written a submission opposing the fast track approvals bill. And they're actively seeking on the information from the council on the proposed resource recovery centre.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Hmm.
That'll be good. All right, if there's nothing further, we can have a look at the date of our next meeting, which will be 6 p.m. on Wednesday, the 22nd of May, 2004. And before I close the meeting, we will have a karakia whakamutanga, mutunga, kua mutu a mātou mahi, mō tēnei wā, manakitia mai mātou katoa, o mātou hoa, o mātou whānau, ai o ki te aorangi. Our work has finished for the time being. Protect us all, our friends, our family. Peace to the universe. So we can close the meeting at 8